welcome back to my channel. So today I'm covering 90 Day Fiance the Other Way, season 2, episode 22. I'm not too sure if this is the last episode or not, but we shall see. It was kind of boring overall, but anyways, let's just jump into it. So we're off with Sumit and Jenny. It still takes place with them arguing with his parents. Sumit's mom has made like an ultimatum to him. If he marries Jenny, then she's going to commit suicide. I don't know how valid those statements are, or if it's just like they say, like emotional blackmail. But it works enough for Sumit to agree not to marry Jenny, but he told his parents that I'm still going to be with her. So his dad looks at it as like, you know, we can't win the whole thing, but to win a section of it and a good section of it, we'll take it. And now they're not getting married at all. Even though he's went through all of this to get a divorce and all this stuff, and they're still not getting married. I guess she's trying to extend her visa to see if she can stay or not, but she can't guarantee that. And there's a chance that she might go back to the States. For her, she's saying like, this is the last straw. I don't want to have to keep coming back and forth, and why can't we just get like married and then kind of settle it? But she understands where Sumit is coming from, and that this is not a very easy thing for him to do. So what he does is he plans this romantic picnic for her, and he gives her like a promise ring. I liked how I think he said like, this is not a proposal, this is a promise ring. It's a promise of his commitment to the relationship and the love that they have. Jenny is over the moon that she got a ring, even though it wasn't the right ring. I guess any ring counts, and yeah, that's how it goes. So next we have Armando and Kenneth. So they're impacted by COVID, so they're indoors a lot. They're spending a lot of time as a family, and they've been waiting to hear back from the civil registry to see if they're able to get married or not. At this time, they do hear back from them, and the good news is they're able to get married. They just need to bring the documents to, I guess, the marriage license office, and everything would be okay. They told Hannah that, hey, look at that, we're gonna get married, everything's gonna work out. And she's over the moon. She's very, very happy to have the two, like her two dads in her life. Because of the great news, Kenneth decides to take Armando on like a romantic date, which involved eating at the beach and then horseback riding, which was very romantic and very sweet. And I'm happy for them that they get to get married. Okay, we're running through this real quick. Next we have Ariel and Binyam. So there's a celebration called Timkat, which is a celebration of the birth of Jesus, and it's a very big once a year type of thing with hundreds of thousands of people gather to celebrate. And Binyam, this is Binyam's favorite holiday or celebration, and he's so excited to bring Ariella and to bring his son. Well, Ariella is not too pleased with the conditions of this place, where it's very crowded, there's a lot of people, and to have a newborn around that's a lot. I feel like I understand Ariella's point on one hand, because like this baby is just like, this is a fresh baby. This is like less than 3 months. I don't know if I would have to that type of celebration, and even if I brought him, I wouldn't be in that crowd of people. I would kind of be on the outskirts and kind of let Binyam do his thing. Binyam wanted to incorporate the baby into stuff too, and Ariella wasn't having that, which caused them to argue. They're arguing. Ariella wants to go home. She's like, okay, we did this and great, and Binyam's like, I want to show you this, I want to do this. So she has to breastfeed the baby, and at this point Binyam says, you know what, you do this and I'm going to go and celebrate and to be a part of the festivities. So What Ariel doesn't know is that Binyam has been trying to propose to her, but it's never a good time because they've been arguing, they've been upset with each other, and he really wants to be with her and he wants to propose to her. So, Ariella, I guess, comes to a point where she's just kind of like, you know what, I'm done with fighting and stuff. I want to be around my man. I just want to just kind of live life in this moment. So she gives the baby to, I guess, one of the aunts, and she goes find Binyam. And she goes to him, she hugs him, she says, I love you. And I guess, like, that's their way of making up, even though they haven't really discussed their issues. But, like, I guess I love you is another word for, like, I'm sorry, or, like, let's let this go. So then Binyam's all happy again, and they seem really excited, and then Binyam's like, I want to show you something. I think it was really clever with what he did, because he was like, oh, look over there, and then she, like, looks, and then she turns around, and he has the ring in the lemon, which is the lemon symbolizes some things with the celebration, so it was very cute for him to incorporate that. And Ariel said yes, so they're getting married. So we have Brittany and Yazin. So, as we know, it is extremely dangerous for Yazin to not necessarily stay in Jordan, but to be living the way he's trying to live, or to live his own life, or live his best life. I don't know what you want to call it. And this is the first time I'm actually seeing Brittany show some emotion and understanding towards Yazin's situation, because she seemed, especially when she was in the States, it's very much like, that's your problem, not mine. Make sure my shit is together and figure it out type of thing. But I feel like as she talks to his brother and Yazin, and the translator definitely helps, she's understanding their circumstances, and like, this is not like, you know, F you and I can do whatever I want. That's not how things work here. Family is very important. When they say they're gonna kill you, they say it very casually, like it's a thing that they just do on the regular, versus in America. So he basically tells her, when I guess his parents are part of this tribe, when they meet, they, with the other tribe members, they'll decide Yazin's fate, literally, whether they want to kill him or disown him. And I'm like, how can you live with, like, killing somebody and killing your own child? Like, why not just disown him and just be like, ugh. So it's very, very intense. So Brittany kind of pitches the idea of like, hey Yazin, how come, like, why don't you come to America and live? And we can do the K1 visa and all this stuff. And Yazin, to be honest, I don't think Yazin wants to move. He doesn't want to go to America, at least. And that was never an option before, so he never really thought about it. Well, now it's an option, and he's obviously just saying yes because of Brittany, but I don't feel like this is like something he'd really want to do. But he tells Brittany, like, yes, like, I want to go, and Brittany's like, okay, you know, when I go back, I'm gonna start the process and we'll get married. She still hasn't answered his question whether she wants to get married, and she probably wouldn't be able to give him a timeline either. So in Jordan, the borders are closing. So she decides to get out of Dodge before she's stuck in Jordan. And she does. So last but not least, thank God, we have Devon and Jihun. So this is the day of their wedding. It seems very, very hectic. I don't like this whole 45-minute window, like, in and out type of thing. Like, not even 2 hours, where it's like the ceremony has to be like, what, 20 minutes in order, and then like the whole daddy-daughter dance thing. Like, everything was like moving really, really quickly. I thought Jihun looked super handsome. I loved his hairstyle. I think he dyed his hair too. Devon, she looked pretty. I wasn't fond of her hair, but like, this is not my wedding. These are just like things, personal preferences and stuff. The wedding looked really beautiful. I love that aisle, but like, there's really not much to the venue. It's just this big, grand, like hall, like with you can sit down and stuff, and then they have the pew. And they say their vows, and they don't even kiss. And because I at first was wondering, when she was dancing with her father on that aisle thing, I was like, why is she dancing with her father there? But there's really not much to the place, so they were able to get in and get out. I don't know if they had a reception, but it is what it is. So then their filming happens during COVID as well, and she's kind of explaining, because it was the beginning of COVID, so when it was mostly heard about it in China and Korea and Japan, before it really kind of hit North America. So Devon was kind of just like, oh, it's like she's explaining to you like how quiet it is, and that this is a very serious thing. They don't know what to do, which is causing them to fight more, because I guess they're everyone's under the same roof 24/7. It's very frustrating for the kids and for the adults. You can't go outside, you have to stay inside, you have to do the same thing over and over again, which is causing them to fight. Because I feel like this kind of circumstances either brings you together or brings you apart, and it definitely brought them apart, to the point that Devon has decided, in order to fix the relationship, she's going to leave for a month, and go back to the States with 2 kids during a pandemic. I don't know, for me personally, when you're fighting with someone, leaving the situation and never addressing it is a problem. And for me, I feel like addressing the situation in the moment is the best, because if I give you time to cool off, not everyone cools off in that month, and then that thing is like festering in my head. I could be more resentful as I'm letting it build up over time, versus addressing it right there and then. But Jihun is okay with the situation. I don't know how this is going to make their marriage better, but as we all know, they're not together in real life, so it didn't work. Which is kind of weird watching their segments, because they're not together and they kind of hate each other. But like, that's whatever. So that's the end of my recap of 90 Day Fiance The Other Way Season 2 episode 22. I hope this is the last episode, because everything looked like it was like finishing up, but we will see whether I record another video next week. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
I'm just a dumb cunt, fucking sick and tired of it. Maybe I could front love, maybe I could buy a zip, maybe I get fucked up. Next time I could save some. Why it's gotta be like this? Why it's gotta be that way? Put it inside. Feel so rise up, banging on that loud.